Pretend busy. So, aku ceki his jauh. Waktu begitu signifikan. Kejaz plastik sosial. Cinta semuri. Quick neck biogis in on. Martin accept nothing. Kejaz plastik sosial.
I need to see this.
Oop. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the main event in my eyes. It is the episode 1 Grand Prix. This is something I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and I'm so glad that we get to host this here on RGL TV during the Kessel Run. Joining me on commentary today, oh yeah, this is Anthole, in case you were wondering, but joining me on commentary today is the event organizer himself, BMacAttack64. Welcome.
Hi. Hey, how's everybody going? Doing? Sorry, just getting set up last second here.
Yeah, we got 4 racers today. They're going to be doing a number of different races. Just real quick going over the format here. Uh, our racers will be doing a intro course of let's remind me what the first course we're doing is.
We're doing the Boonta training grounds for the first track, and they're going to be forced to be Anakin Skywalker. So each person has to be the same. Everybody has to be the same racer, and everyone's going to do the same track. And we're going to keep track of their times. They're basically doing qualifying laps, fast lap record times, and we're going to keep track. And after each round, whoever has the fastest time will earn championship points. The winner will get 10, second place will get 8, then I forget how 6 and 5, I believe it is. And the winner of each round will get to pick the next pod, or the next racer that they get to play as, and the loser from each round will pick the next track that they play as. Kind of balance out the competition a little bit. And so we've settled on the first track, which is going to be the Boonta Training Grounds, and then Anakin Skywalker is going to be the first racer that everyone has to be. And I think we're ready.
I think so.
Oh, sorry. One last thing. No skips are allowed. This game has a lot of out of bounds skips, so nobody's going to be able to do that. And everybody has full upgrade potential, so they can be as fast as they need to be. And then I think that's it.
I believe so. So we're going to go ahead and let our racers know that we are ready to start. We've got Goof Brush in the top left. We got. We just went over the. We got. What was
Adam,
it?
below him, lower left.
Yes, below them, lower left.
Domi Ray's top
Domire.
right.
Thank you. That's the one I was held up on. I was like, we just went over the pronunciation here.
And Fire Broth is bottom right.
Yes. We're also going to do a little fun for you in chat. We're going to do a prediction to see who wins each round. So I'm going to get that set up while Fire Broth gets our racers ready.
So this should be interesting. If there's any technical difficulties, this is our first time trying something like this. We will do our best. There will be game audio as soon as they get going.
All right, prediction is up.
Menus are pretty quiet. Yep, and we have a channel point prediction. Who you think's going to win? I have ideas, but I'm not allowed to play, I don't think.
Oh, you can vote. Go for it.
Oh, okay.
Use those channel points, folks. And yes, there
Alright.
will be game audio. We're getting everyone ready.
Yeah, if they're ready, I will go ahead and start.
All right,
Here they go. There they go.
race is
Oh,
underway.
speaking of which, they have 10 minutes to set their fastest time on this. So maybe we should set the timer to 10 minutes so that we know.
So we'll start our overall timer countdown, and then I will also do a second timer with 10 minutes.
So our racers will be given 10 minutes or 15 minutes depending on the size of the track. Some races are actually very long. And yeah, just run your fastest lap. If you start your lap before timer expires, that lap is still valid. So they cross the finish line with 2 seconds left. That following lap is still good. A lot like if you've ever watched Formula One qualifying or something like that.
Yeah. This is Formula One in space.
That's right.
Well, I guess on planets, but yeah, in Star Wars. So our,
Oh, go ahead.
you go ahead.
I was just gonna say this is the very first track in the game. If you've ever played this game before, so it's a training course. They're kind of just demoing their basic skills here. If you're not boosting in this game, you're not trying. You'll see these guys always boosting, always almost overheating.
Yeah, heat
One of
management is the name of the game. You got to make sure that you're boosting almost to the point of setting yourself on fire, but stopping just before it. You can repair. Oh, Goofbrush took a crash there. That's not what you want to do. It looks like Adept restarted.
uh, they're only allowed three or it looks like 5 laps. Yeah, they made a restart already. Or they may have completed 5 laps already. But yeah,
Can
it's not infinite number of laps, so they will have to menu out at some point.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, you can also do one thing that helps is a flying lap. So complete 1 lap, but build up a bunch of speed as you cross the finish line to start your second lap, which a lot of them may have to do because starting from a standing start is not very fast. All of them are showing some very fine skills, though.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about you, Ant, but I played this a ton as a child.
Oh yeah. I didn't own the game, but this was a frequent rental. That's
Ah,
for sure.
yeah, I own this, and yeah, played a lot. Now, I had it for the N64, and I'm gonna say, playing it today, it's pretty rough. The frame rate it might be 10 frames a second. I don't know.
Yeah, especially when you're doing the big races with all the other pod racers and things, and not just doing time attacks. There's a lot going on in the game all at once, and it is punished on the Nintendo 64. And you could see the quality difference. Like Fire Out lower right hand corner is playing on the Nintendo 64, whereas I think the other three are playing on um, the PC version, if I'm not mistaken. Uh,
Yeah, I think Fire's on N64. I think they're the only one,
yeah.
which is fine. We've left this open to all consoles, all versions, because we're taking in-game time, which your frame rate does not affect in-game time.
Right.
So it's as balanced as it can be for everybody. But
Some.
I will say from experience, the PC version is way easier to control just
Oh
because
yes.
you you actually have those frames.
Yeah, and you also don't have the Nintendo 64 controller.
And you may. So one thing to note is the traction control in this game is dependent on the frame rate. So you may see some of the PC players, it is allowed for them to kind of balance the field between the console versions that they can manipulate their frame rate and they can lower it to match N64 to an extent, which will allow for better grip in some instances.
We got our first postings of laps here. Uh, we got excuse me.
Very close.
Yeah, Dummy Rice got a 35.69. Goofbrush at 35.97. Adept with a 36.86. And Firebronth with a 51.54. That's all right. We're just getting started, though. Still got about 4 minutes left in this first matchup. So let our runners post maybe even better times. Make sure you get those prediction votes in. Looks like Domi Ray has got a whopping 10,000 channel points voted on them.
Who would do that?
Who would do that?
I'm just updating our timesheet here. Between races, we'll switch to a spreadsheet here that'll show all the times and the scores for everybody. Keep track of everything.
Whoa!
I also have pen and paper just in case.
Gotta love it. Analog. The old school way of doing things. Truly retro. Well done.
So easy to lose time in the digital age. So just for reference, the quality of our runners here, Domire is basically the #1 pod racer in the galaxy. He holds pretty much every record for both this game and its sequel, Racer Revenge, on PS2.
I didn't know there was a sequel.
Oh yeah, it's actually pretty decent.
Huh.
It's not quite as good as this one, but definitely worth checking out if you're into pod racing. It's also on, you can play it on PS4 or PS5 or something. It's not on any of the Xbox platforms as far as I know. And then Goofbrush is #2, I believe. #2 in the world. So we do have some serious contenders here. These guys are very skilled at, how would you describe it? Tilting onto their engine there as they lift it up
Yeah.
to squeeze through that gap. I am absolutely terrible at it, and I always miss. I'm like, I will fit through this gap straight, but anytime I have to rotate, I will absolutely hit the wall.
I'm not sure if I've played a different version of this game, but they're not crashing very often. I don't understand that. All right, Doremi is tabbing out. We're at about 10 minutes here for the first race. Pull up Goofbrush's sound for y'all. Now, most of these racers are not going to be using the music in game. I don't know if it causes lag, but it certainly does get flagged for takedowns quite often because Star Wars.
Yeah. All of my streams get muted all of the time.
Yeah, this
on-
whole
on the
marathon has
VODs.
been just one
It's
big like I've gotten 8 million emails being like, "You've been flagged." It's like, come on, guys, what do you want us to do? All right, so I believe that's pretty much going to be round one. Oh my goodness,
all right. That
don't
looks. What's
don't
that? A
even
50-35?
looks like it.
I'll update him.
35. It's all right.
Cool. Looks like I got all the times updated, unless I have something else.
Great. Let's pull up that sheet here. So we've got Good Brush with a 35.97 for their lap. We got Domi Ray with a 35.69 for their best lap. Fire Broth with a 50.35 for their best lap. And Adept with a 36.39 for theirs. So Domi Ray will take the first round here. And they will get 10 points. Good Brush with 8 points. Adept with 6 points. And Fire Broth with 5. Well done to our racers. Let me see if I can find some background music while we're in these setup sections here.
So it looks like Dorime is gonna get to pick our next pod.
And Fire Broth will pick our next course. So Domi Ray will pick the pod racer that they all use. And Fire Broth, who had the last place finish this round, will pick the course that they run through.
Yeah, and we're gonna pick the pod first, just to make things interesting. Going with Mars Go. All right.
So the track is going to be Ito's Wild Ride.
Gonna be interesting.
Can't fly restriction.
That's why I use the MIDI versions on my intermissions.
Big solo
Music is very loud.
Let's get to the next. We're getting ready for the next race. So we're starting.
They picked. I don't think they've started. So we're gonna do 15 minutes on this track.
Sorry about that.
We're gonna get a little bit set up here. Looks like Goof is getting a little warm up in. Hello. So it's going to be a 15-minute track. This is considered on the... It's just past the point that we made to consider a long or a short track. And everyone's just checking their controls here. And I think it's time to get back to the main menus. Looks like Goof is going to restart his game real quick. Fear of crashing.
That's
The
fair.
game crashing, not the pod crashing. I always have a fear of crashing my pod.
Yes. It's frequently the result of racing for me. I am highly impressed by the speed and precision that they have at those speeds.
I'll get back to the menus here, and we'll give them a go in just a second. As soon as add up. This is. Look at them squeezing through those rocks. Save it for later. All right.
Right now, you can get a free foot long.
Whoop. Don't listen to that. We're not sponsored. Try to find some other 8-bit and 16-bit Star Wars music for y'all.
All right. They are off.
Here we go, round 2.
All right. So Mars is very fast. He's a very big pod, though, and it's not the best handling pod.
No.
And this is a pretty tight track when you've got to go through these caves and the bridge and all this stuff, so it's definitely not an ideal combination, which is exactly what we want to see. We want to see who's actually got the best skills. And that's part of the fun of this too. Hoping that some people would get some creativity and trying to make it difficult for the other runners.
Now, do you go faster tilted, or is it just for like keeping the ship kind of?
You can
Thin.
turn tighter the
Okay.
direction that you tilt. But I'm gonna be honest, I think they're just doing it to stay off the wall.
Okay. Yep.
Gives them a little more room to not to collide with anything.
Makes sense. Oh, we gotta start the prediction.
Like Goof is throwing down a very good lap here, and Domire was on fire there. That's gonna burn a lap, I think.
They did say that
There you go.
they
See, now here's a guy that knows what he's talking about. Ace here, a legend in the sport, reducing the hitbox, exactly.
they did say that they will sometimes burn a lap in order to keep their speed a little bit up. The speed builds up over time, so they'll burn a lap in order to get a faster second lap. Oh, good to know. Looks like Goofbrush might have taken a crash there, unfortunately. Very tight course, as BMAC was saying earlier. It's very hard to navigate through this in this big ship. This is a thick ship. Final lap for Goofbrush. Speed of 950. My goodness. Alright, start it over. Me started over as well. We got 2 posts so far. We got Adept with a 55.78, and we got Domeri with a 54.03. The other 2 have not posted a time just yet. Fireball just dodging those rocks there.
I think it's interesting to see. So Fire and Adept were basically at the same point on the track at the same time, and the frame rate and the visual difference between the two, the speed of the game is just so much higher on PC.
Oh yeah.
He just left him in the dust.
You could see Adept down there really playing with that temperature control there. Same thing for Doremi.
Oof, going through the rocks there on the side.
Adept just posted a best lap so far of 54.76. Pretty incredible times.
Took off almost a second. Or did take off a second. Their original time. So far they are in second place.
I believe using in-game time does negate the difference. I think that's what BMAC was saying earlier. If someone knows different, definitely feel free to share. But
Yeah.
we have been told that the in-game time is what they go by, and that's why both versions are allowed. I always take that jump there that Adept just blasted by, but I always crash too, so...
Yeah, as a casual player, these tracks have a lot of different paths and shortcuts and long cuts and whatever. So when you watch some of these guys do some hot laps here, you pick up real quick where you're actually supposed to go.
Oh yeah. Now, this is a 15-minute course, you said, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
15.
So far, best time is by
Dummy Ray.
Domi Ray. Sorry,
But,
my brain went do re mi because it's the natural flow. But
It should.
Um, but Domi Ray has a 53.93 now. Second best is Adept with a 54.76. Fire Off just posted a 132.07. Oh yeah, the controls between the two are night and day. Like, which is probably why I crashed so much in the PC version, because I played the Nintendo 64 one, so I'm expecting those like loosey goosey slidey physics. Also, I don't have the Force, and I'm human, and I'm told that in order to pod race as a human, you have to have the Force. Now, midi-chlorian count is way too low to be a pod racer. I don't know about the rest of you.
Right. Again, there's an extremely tight battle here for second place, with Goof at a 54.88 and Adept with a time of 54.76. It's a big deal because points on the line.
Yeah.
Adept took third last time, so taking second would even the playing field with Goofbrush.
Yeah, it's real easy for
Ooh,
first place and second place to start running away with it if they keep getting first and second. The first couple matches, it can be pretty close, but if, the third and fourth races, they're still getting it. Oh, Fire Off took the jump. Mama. Let's go, Fire Off. That's what we like to see. If you're not exploding in mid-air, are you really pod racing?
but you have to do it across the finish line, right?
Yeah.
You boost and explode across the finish line.
That's the way to play the game. Landing with style.
Most
Uh-oh.
Goof trying to slide across that finish line with one engine. It looks like you pick up a lot of speed if you blow it up the right way. I could
Yeah.
be wrong, but it looks very fast.
It's
No,
fast,
like,
but I think the recovery probably negates that a little bit.
oh sure, but you might want to do it across the finish, like,
Yeah,
if you get an extra 100 feet to get to the finish line.
Yep. All right, we got about 3 minutes left in this this race.
Like, I don't know if people saw Rogue Squadron yesterday or the day before. They like to do what's called a Lumi on PC. It's where you kill yourself, but your ship hasn't exploded yet. And on PC, because the frame rate is so high, it just launches your ship at an increasing rate as you travel. So you can go extremely far across the map and use that to hit different respawn points. It's not something that's easily done on N64 because of the frame rate,
Right.
but it seems like something maybe is possible here when you crash that one engine.
We got 2 minutes left in this race. So far, Domi Ray is I'm just gonna call them Doe.
You can call him Doe.
Doe.
Mhm.
Doe has the best time so far of a 53.93. Goof Brush did post a 54.88. And Adept has a 54.76. I can't help it.
Looks like maybe Fire has given up. I don't think they can start another lap with the amount of time left.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is a longer course.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. If you realize that you can't quite make it uh, reset soon, or at least know before you get to the low minute count how much time it's required to do the 2 laps or 1 lap, and make sure you have enough time to reset if you need to.
Yeah. All right.
Looks like we're just waiting for Adept to finish their lap. .54.34 is the final time for Goof. Which does put them solidly ahead of Adept unless they improve their time there. But I think that's going to be it.
Yep, that was it. So,
All right, let's post the points here.
Domi Ray is going to take first place with a 53.93. Only one to get under 54 seconds. Goof Brush gets second place with a 54.34. Firebroth got a 1 minute 32 second .07. And we'll take last place, and Adept had a 54.76 for third place and 6 points. That brings our total to 20 points for Doe, 16 points for Goof. We got 12 points for Adept and 10 points for Firebroth. It's still anyone's game. We still have quite a bit of pod racing left to do.
Yeah, we got 6 more races. There's plenty of places they can make up here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we are going to get our next pod.
Nobody voted for Doe. Nobody gets channel points this round.
Oh, I forgot. Ooh, tribute to digital. They're going Fud Sang.
Old sang. All right.
Goof, I don't know. I don't think they're happy about that. Fire picks Bumpy's Breakers.
Oh boy. This is another long one, I think. Racers are not too happy about bumpy breakers.
This is the kind of stuff that we came to see. All right, looks like they're getting ready here.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one here.
All right, I'm gonna start them off.
Counting down. Oh, and put that prediction up. Is this a 15-minute course?
Yeah, this will be 15s, I believe.
Okay.
Yep, 15.
Votes in. Starting to
They should be off.
nice.
Bud saying is the goat? I don't know. I thought it was Deadbolt. I mean, everybody knows Bullseye Navarre is the fastest. Say what I like, you can make your characters do the taunt.
Yeah.
They all have like half a dozen voice lines.
I absolutely love, but also hate Anakin's voice lines, because obviously they're the only ones in English, but it's just like so much the episode 1 Anakin.
Right.
There's no real, like, bless his heart, he did the best he could. We all know George Lucas is not the best director out there when it comes to getting performances, but just like, my Ronto moves faster than you. Now, who's your favorite pod racer in this game?
In this game, I mean, I like Bullseye Navarre.
Yeah.
I also think, and this is probably going to get some flack, but Neva Key, I think that's how you pronounce his name. His pod is different. It's like not attached by the cables.
Right.
I always thought his pod looked cool, but it looks more like a spaceship than an actual pod racer. What about you?
That's a good question. I always tended to pick Odimandros. I don't know why. I like the shape of it,
Okay.
so I'll probably go with that. It seemed to go fast, but never really made too much of a difference because, as I've said a few times, I just crash a lot in this game.
Every time you start a new file, I know a lot of people always go straight to Anakin. I like EB. EB
Yeah.
Endicott.
As we mentioned, this is a pretty long course here. Goofbrush posting a 1:41:15, so we're going to be seeing times over 1 minute on this this race this time.
Yeah, this is a much longer track. Also why we've given them a 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to... They gotta do some flying laps at times to build up speed, so...
Yeah. It's a lot more spacious than some of the other courses, though.
Yes. I mean, the tracks that I hated on this in this game were the ones in like the jungle planet. I forget what the planet's called now. But certainly the one where you have to drive through the swamp and a bunch of switchbacks, and they have all the
Oh yeah.
roots and stuff from the trees. That one is just absolutely my least favorite track. And I don't think they have the option today, but the in one of the what are they the elite courses, there's the 4 like bonus difficulty courses, and there's one where you have to stay on the top section. You can drop down to the lower section, but the top section is literally the only way you can win the race.
Right.
That track is just absolutely terrible on N64. It's so difficult to stay up there, to go at any sort of speed. Yes, the Abyss, that is right. I think the Abyss was off limits. We had one runner who didn't quite have everything unlocked. So to make it fair, we took some tracks off the list that they didn't have completed yet.
Yeah. I think my favorite course was the Executioner.
Ooh, nice.
I just love the layout of that course. It's just a lot of fun.
So only one person's posted a time so far. Goof with a 1:41:15. I'm sure a lot of them are just focused on hitting those marks. You can really see Demire using the power slide ability.
Oh, yeah. And they just posted a 1:36.78.
Oof.
That's pretty damn good.
That's a whole 4.5 seconds faster. 5.5 seconds faster. This turns out this could be a regular situation in the Kessel Run.
Oh yeah.
Seems like everything is running smoothly. The more racers, the better, I'd say.
Always. Competition has to be fierce. Maybe next year we'll do prizes.
And they're definitely more spread out on this track than the previous ones. Ada posted a time of 1:48:05. A lot of cool locations, like varied locations in this game also, which is nice.
Yeah, something like 8 different planets you visited in this game, I think. A couple of the tracks are repeats on planets, but I think it was something like 8 or 10, somewhere in there. Ooh, Adept taking a crash there. You hate to see it, but it is kind of, makes you feel good to know even the pros can wipe out sometimes. Up getting a 152, but they're probably not gonna post that. Well, they got a 148, so they're definitely not gonna post that. Goof coming in with a 138.82, so only 2 seconds behind Doe. Getting it tightened up here. Fire off with a 3:12.28. Looked it up, and we have a Endoprime, Aqualaris, Barunda, Malastair, Mongaza, Uvo 4, Ord Ibana, and Tatooine, of course. Because you can't have a Star Wars game or anything in Star Wars without Tatooine at least making a brief appearance, even if it's named a different planet. Looking at you, episode 7.
But they did have it in episode 9.
That's true.
Alright, looks like Goof improved their time significantly from a 141 to a 138.
Pretty good. Only 2 seconds splitting Goof and Domi. Domi posted a 136.28. And Adept improving their best at 146.43. Still anyone's game. We've got just about a minute remaining though for this. Hopefully our runners can finish one more lap each.
Not what Adam wanted to see there.
Ooh, Adam. We'll let our racers finish this lap they're currently on, see if they can get an improvement.
30 time left. Adam's about to cross the line.
Yep, we have 1 minute remaining, so we'll let them finish these laps. And then
Cool.
Adept got a 146.05. That will be their best for this race.
Very good. Fire approve their time.
Group has decided that they weren't going to be able to improve their time. Alright, that's it.
Good.
Now let's bring up that results screen.
We got 10.
Uh,
8.
Domi Ray with a 136.28 taking first place with 10 points. We got Goof with a 138.82. That will give them 8 points. A 146.05 for Adept, giving them 6. And a 309.49 for Firebroth, giving them 5 points. That brings our totals to 30 points for Doe, 24 for Goof, 18 for Adept, and 15 for Firebroth. Moving into the fourth round. We're going to give our racers a little bit of a break here. Give them a chance to get some water, stretch out. But yeah, let's go ahead and end that prediction. And BMAC will get their next racer, the next pod, and the next course lined up here.
Alright, just waiting for Dome Domiri to pick a pod. And Fire's gonna pick a track again. Glide Paramita. Okay. On Sebulba's Legacy. Alright. It's a short track. We're going to give them 10 minutes apiece here.
You'll not find a better deal anywhere, I think.
Runners just clarifying the rules for this track. I guess there are some If you're a fan of Star Wars games or LucasArts games from the 90s to the early 2000s, you will want to be here for that. Just trying to figure out the racer here. going to pick another pod because the racer they had wasn't available to everybody, so they're going to go with our boy EB Endicott.
Yo,
All right.
let's go.
Ant might have been away, but now it's going to be EB on what did we say? Sebulba's Legacy.
Yeah. Very nice. Bulba's Legacy. Part of the Galactic Pod Racing Circuit. Designed by famed Doug Pod Racer, Sebulba. On Malastare. It was built there sometime after the Battle of Naboo. Did you know this?
No, I did not know this.
Ah, see? I got an encyclopedia in my brain of
Yeah, it's
episode
called
1
Wikipedia?
facts. No! StarWarsFandom.com.
Oh, he's better. Good one. There's all kinds of obscure pod racing.
Yeah. Did you know
Data out there.
they're just pulling this from memory. Did you know EB Endicott is actually EB Endicott Esquire?
Esquire. No, I
Esquire.
didn't know. All right, everyone should be up and running here.
Let's go. Here we go.
I think,
Sebulba's Legacy.
At a little behind on Adept there, but I did not know he was an Esquire. Can he help me out from some legal situations? Maybe he can get our music unmuted.
Yeah. Can you write us a letter to Bob Iger, Esquire? EB Endicott. We need some clear.
It's really disappointing that pod racing has not been included in much of anything else
Yet.
yet.
This is a 10-minute one, right?
Yes, 10 minutes.
We're
This
gonna
is a short
do-
track.
5-minute prediction. Get your votes in. I need to start doing these from the actual RGL account so I can vote.
Yeah, there's really only pod racing in the movies. These couple of games and some comic stuff. But outside of that, as far as I know, there's really not a whole lot of content. Which is a shame because pod racing is so good, and there were so many opportunities where they could have used it and they just didn't. Makes you wonder if Disney bought Star Wars but didn't buy the pod racing rights.
Yeah, Lucas was like, I want to
I'm
make.
gonna hold on to those.
Gonna make American graffiti in space. Just you watch.
With Harrison Ford.
Yeah. Reprising his role from American Graffiti for some reason.
Right, so this track has multiple routes. You'll see at this screen is on it. Let's watch Goof here, see where they go. This section coming up here, there are multiple routes that they can take across this U-turn chasm. And they take the long route. Well, I shouldn't say long, but they take the full track route. And you might see some people jumping over the mountain or taking the short track. So we'll see which way they want to go. Now somebody jumped the mountain and it looked extremely dangerous and precise trying to fit into a tunnel at the bottom. Probably not a route I would take.
No.
Goof taking a death there. And Delmary is on fire. Oh, and he's taking the mountain route. He went over the mountain and dove into the tunnel there.
Alright, folks, a minute and a half left in the prediction for round 4.
I was like, holy crap, 10 minutes went fast.
So far, Goof Rush is at 100%. Get your votes in. Get those channel points. We've only had one post so far of 4297 from Adept. Nobody else has posted a time just yet.
Let's see where-
Goof Rush with a 47.9. Adept posting an improvement of 42.14.
Nice. So is EB gonna lawyer his way to a win on this, or
Might.
because there's a lot of cheating that goes on during pod races? Do you think he like takes it to the FIA equivalent and is able to talk his way to some extra points?
And be like, listen here. We can't really count time properly because on this planet, Malistair, time goes slower due to the gravitational pull. Trust me, I'm a Trippian. I know about these things.
Drop in knowledge. Camera clearly shows a hydro spanner being thrown into my engine in turn 3.
Can't trust the Bulba, even if he's not racing. He's trying.
Are they flamethrowers though? Because he says he flashes his vents. It seems like he just builds up a bunch of heat and then he just expels it out the side of his pod, which it might look like flames, but
Yeah, I mean, if someone gets hit by that, that's their own fault. You know,
Aye.
he's just letting off a little extra heat. No big deal.
to be fair, in this game, I think it's actually a flamethrower. But
Yes. Domi sneaking in there with a 40.32, just beating Goofbrush's 40.79. Let's see if Goofbrush can get an improvement, or see if any of our racers can get a major improvement.
I'm just reading that Disney completely blocked our episode 3 run last night because of the cutscenes.
Yeah, we need to get EB on the case.
Which, totally understandable. That was an interesting run if anyone got to watch it last night. This is tight though. I need Doe just updated his time. But Goof is so close.
So close. I believe that
Goof,
is it. We are at the 10-minute mark. So, yeah, everyone's got their posts in.
I'm gonna be honest, I want to see Goof take a top spot here. They were just tenths of a second off each other. All right, I guess that's it. Are they still, is anyone still? Nope, they're all on the track. Time to tally it up.
Here we are. In first place, dominating today, is Domi with a 40.05, getting 10 points. Second place is Goofbrush with a 40.7, giving them 8 points. Third place is Adept with a 42.14, giving them 6 points. And Firebroth getting a fourth place finish with a 1 minute 12 second best lap. That brings Domi first place with 40, Goof with 32, Adept with 24, and Firebroth with 20 points, moving into round 5.
Right.
Oh yeah, there's so much good lore behind the pod racers for as little screen time as they've had. It's one thing I really like simultaneously love and hate about Star Wars fandom. It's like every character has this deep backstory. I know it's used a lot, but like that guy who's carrying what looks like an ice cream machine in Empire
Yeah.
Strikes Back.
What's his name? Woodrow Hill. Wilrow Hood?
Something
Is that
like
his name?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they bring it back in The Mandalorian, where he gets his when he sells the child off.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like Doe picked Bull's Roar. Looks like Fire has to step away for a second, so they're gonna let Adept pick the next track. Fire's got a work call. Sometimes you just can't
Can't break away.
avoid the real life. SMR. I don't know what that track is.
You'll come back, huh?
Sure they'll figure it out.
The Spice Mine Run, of
Spice
course.
Mine Run. Got it.
Favorite course of
Easy.
Mars Guo. Did you know
that's
that
it.
the Spice Mine Run is on Mon Gaza?
I did know that, yes. And they're going to be racing as Bulls Roar.
Oh. Bulls Roar. The Bulls Roar?
Yeah. I believe he crashed at the Boonta Eve Classic.
You are correct.
And he did some cartwheels in his little
Yeah.
actual pod.
Did you know that he is also a Glimmick singer?
I did not know that.
Hmm.
How many hook facts do you have?
Famous around the galaxy. Glimmick music, in case you didn't know, often played at shockball courts. And
Awesome. I love shockball.
Yeah, and a number of shock boxers used Glimmick tracks as entrance music.
There are shock boxers too.
Of
I didn't
course
even know
there
that.
are. This guy
Vibroblade dancers.
This guy's never heard of shock boxers. My goodness.
I'm a terrible Star Wars fan.
Alright.
All right.
One
They're
second.
setting up here.
Yeah.
What's
And
that?
Fire's sitting this one out, right?
Yep.
Alright. So we'll bring up the race here. BMAC will count them in as we prepare for this three-way race here on the Spice Mine Run.
And they're off.
Here we go. More fun facts about Bull's Roar. A male Sneevil from the planet Sneeve.
Love it. Oh yeah, this track has the big like mining equipment that's roaming around.
Oh yeah.
You gotta look out for those tank treads.
Yeah. Those things are BS, by the way. Like, many times they just were like 1,000 feet away from me and just exploded anyways. Also, I know it's a spice mine, but why are they putting equipment on the racetrack? Like, take a break, take a day off, spice miners.
We're not about safety in pod racing. I don't know if you noticed. Only real species race pods.
It's I love the they're doing the Boonta Eve Classic, this huge spectacle on Tatooine, and they can't even like get the Tusken Raiders to leave them alone, and people are getting shot while driving. Like,
Right?
it just speaks volumes of how just well organized these races are in the Star Wars galaxy.
They're organized to get like an actual starting grid and fans in the stands and what, like HoloNet news or whatever, but yeah, can't remove the dangerous sand people, the sand crawlers that
Yeah,
are out there.
giant Jawa sand crawler in the middle of the designated racetrack. I mean, good for them. Like, let the natives have their space. Don't force them out, but also like maybe don't put your racetrack throughout the entirety of the planet.
So we should just have one dedicated planet for racing, and
I
then just
mean,
cover it with
it's
racetracks.
just all over the place. You
I
could do
like that idea, yeah.
you could do the digital screens that they do for like the Mandalorian to put them in environments so all the planets are different.
In the volume, right, yeah. This one this is a long track. They're gonna be posting some healthy times on this one.
Oh yeah, this is a 15-minute one, right?
Yes, for sure.
So let's get that prediction up for round 5 here.
Oh, well, we got some quick times already. 113 by Domire and 114 by Goof.
I did it again on my channel. I can't vote now. Yeah, that's honestly, those are very close times. It's only like just over a second difference between Domire and Goof. So this might be a chance for Goof to take a first place spot. We'll see if Adept posts something similar. Firebroth unfortunately had to step away for this race. Caravan, thank you for the raid. Hope you were having a good stream.
Very nice.
Welcome to the Kessel Run, Star Wars Episode 1 Grand Prix, Round 5, between Goofbrush, Domire, and Adept right now. Firebroth will be back for the next round, hopefully.
God, I have an idea. I could potentially use something that he doesn't have. I thought they picked, is that, I mean, they're all the same pod. I thought they were Bull's Roar.
That's
Am
what
I
I thought
mistaken
too.
on which one they were supposed to be?
Oh, they took Bull's
Is
Roar.
that Bull's Roar? Am I mistaken who Bull's Roar is?
I mean, we're talking about the most famous Sneevil Glimmick singer in the galaxy, so I hope you wouldn't be mistaken. He's a 2-time Boonta Eve Classic winner, man.
I guess I am mistaken.
speed on the depth side. We got 4 digits there, folks. Almost hitting 1100 for their max speed. That's crazy. We got so 1068 on Domi Rays. Oh, little engine overheat for Adept. That's alright. They can do a quick repair. Nope. 1076 for Goofbrush. I think that's the highest speed. Oh, no. Domi with 1200.
Ooh,
Holy crap.
like he's trying to win or something.
Right? Oh, we got an overheat on Domi. They're gonna have to do a little repair work there. These speeds are remarkable. Oh my goodness, Domi with the 112.86. It's gonna be hard to beat. Goofbrush with a 113.74 and Adept with a 117.74. We still got plenty of time though. There is still. Oh no, I lied. Oh, this is a 15-minute. We got 5 minutes left.
5 minutes, yeah.
Oh, it was 10?
15. It's
15.
15
Okay,
minutes.
yeah. Sorry, so many numbers flying at me. Hard to keep track of them all. Get your predictions in. It's still open for another 4 minutes.
And Goof keeps dropping his time, and Delmary keeps dropping his time. It's battle out there. Goof is at a 113.5, and Doe is at a 112.8. And then we have Adept with a 117.7.
Got about 3 minutes left. 3 minutes remaining. There should be just enough time to get 1 or 2 laps. Goof got that speed. Dept got a 117.15, knocking his time down just a little bit.
Took a crash there. Tell you what, I cannot compete with these guys.
They have unbelievable control over their pod racers. Knowing just when to stop, when to allow it to overheat. It's spectacular to watch. If you've ever played this game, you know just how difficult it is to control it. Even like
Yeah, I mean-
800.
Well, every pod is different, and it has a different feel to it, and different weight, and traction and all that stuff, and the ability to just pick a different pod and go out and post a fast lap is pretty
Remarkable.
impressive. They know this game inside and out. That's why they're the best.
Coming up on our last minute here.
Who's gonna do it? Somebody throw it down.
One thing I noticed about Domi, they do not have the map up on the screen, whereas the other two do. And so
Okay.
I use that map to kind of remember where I need to go. But Domi they got that memorized or something. It's very impressive.
Fire posted a time
Oh, fire is there.
just to officially secure 4th place.
All right, Domi's finishing up with a 112.74. It's gonna pretty much lock them up for first place here. We're gonna let
We'll let Fire Broth's time. I'm gonna put it into the leaderboard, even though we didn't get to see it. I trust him.
same here. Okay, it looks like Goof is finished as well. Let's bring up that score. Again, we got Domi Ray with a 112.74, taking first place and getting 10 points. We got a 113.53 for Goof, securing second place and 8 points. We got a 117.15 from Adept with for 6 points, and then a 209.27 from Firebroth, locking in that fourth place there. All right, we're gonna let them choose their pilots or their pod. I keep saying pilots, but it is a pod, and we will.
You do
get
gotta
the next-
pilot it.
That is true. No doubt about that.
Bullseye, Navoir.
All right.
On. Whew. Grapevine Gateway. We are in for show. I just love how the announcer says, Bullseye Navoir.
Only the best parts you find here in my shop, huh?
This is apparently a scary situation for most of them. So let's enjoy.
These will be our final 3 races, right? Coming up. Am I right about
Yep,
that?
we got 3 more races.
3 more.
Doing a total of 8 races. I gotta say though, unless something seriously happens to Doe, they are gonna lock this up. But they got a 10-point lead at the moment.
Is this a 10-minute or 15?
Oh, good question, actually. I think it's 15.
Wonder if that- Hardest track in the game, they say.
Yep, this is the one. This is the one I hate the most. And on N64, it's just absolutely savage. The frame rate is abysmal. Yeah, this is a 15-minute track. What we're gonna do? It's a 15-minute lap, so good luck.
Ooh, they've taken an early crash there. Looks like they've already restarted once too. Just a nasty, nasty, nasty track. Lots of turns, lots of curves. You hate to see it.
But look, if you're gonna do this track, Bullseye is the guy to do it.
That's true.
I mean, I'm no expert, but he does have the best acceleration and the tightest handling, I think. And that's exactly what I would want here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he pilots that Artec RQ550C Dart. It's impossible to beat that. If
Do you
it's-
know the brand of cables he's using? Because if there's too much tension on those, he might not get the full rotation. And, you know, he's gonna need that for his setup here.
I mean, I imagine they will also be Artex. You know, why would they change?
Why would you have
that?
different brand?
Yeah. You know,
Your HP computer uses an HP hard drive?
wouldn't have it any other way.
I just tried to stump your pod racing facts.
I mean, the trade-off for the extreme agility and acceleration of the Aratec 550C is that it's extremely fragile, which is a
It
great
is a
ship
glass
to have.
cannon, yeah.
Great ship to have on this course here.
When there are a million walls.
Yeah.
Oh, Goof. Goof going backwards. I like the strat here to get the death so that they can start their next lap at full speed because they knew they were gonna fail that one. It's good strategy, so you don't have to waste a whole lap.
Yeah, did you know that? Did you know? Pod racing fact. This was Anakin Skywalker's. He was the track favorite in this race.
I did know that, yeah.
No?
They show you. I mean, every time you start the track fresh, they give you a track favorite, and then of course, when you race it, you end up beating them because human player is God.
Right.
But yeah. Usually the track favorite is somebody that you, like the next pod that you will unlock. But since you already have your boy, yeah, this is a great, just like watching the comparison between N64 and the PC down here.
Yeah.
Props to Fire for like doing it.
It just, you know, you don't have to be the best to compete in these. Sometimes you just gotta have fun.
Yeah, this was open to everybody. Anybody who wanted to join, we had an open sign-up sheet.
And we'll have the same for next year.
Yeah.
Amazing top speeds here. Not quite as fast as the last, but definitely get up there. But you can see all of our pod racers here have been just susceptible to the Heretic's fragile frame. Lots of crashes on this course. It's a brutal combo, but we love to see it here. And of course, you know, BMAC, that Bullseye is not known for cheating. Is considered one of the only honest pod racers in the game.
Yeah, well, why does he when he's so fast?
Yeah, he sees no reason to cheat.
Only those who are scared to lose cheat.
That's right.
You know, we don't. Nobody has felt satisfied with their times yet to post anything.
Yeah, we haven't had a single post yet.
Oof. Goof with the crash there.
Got just about 2.5 minutes left for the prediction. So far, nobody's posted a time, so you could you can get your votes in.
Daring mesmerized by Domeri's.
It's so smooth. It sickens me.
He's about to throw down a really solid lap here.
Yeah.
Very nice. What is that, a
Incredible.
1:19.15?
Yep.
Yes.
Ooh.
Nice. Gonna be tough to beat. That was a clean lap, I think. Oh no, Goof. Near the end, too.
It's heartbreaking. Oh, I'm so sorry. Didn't realize I didn't have
Or-
it up.
Maybe that was near the beginning. Must have been near the beginning, actually.
146.50, I think, for Adept. Did I read that correctly?
Their view is very far from their pod.
Got 5 minutes left in this race. Should be enough time to get maybe 2, maybe 3 laps in if they're fast. One, 2:5.61, not faster, but still a damn good time from Domi. Domi took a crash there, but that's alright. I missed what the time was for Goof. Feel like they're all just kind of going through and doing as many as they can before they post, and just Let's try to.
Yeah. You got to get into that rhythm
Mhm.
and don't want to break it. This is one of those tracks where you got to build up a bunch of speed each lap. Oh, didn't make that corner. Also, I believe you have to complete at least one lap before the shortcut opens up.
I believe you are correct. Depth crash. We're gonna go and do another quick restart.
Final lap. Oh, that's F-Zero.
I do miss is not hearing the. It's a new lap record.
Oh, and he missed the shortcut.
3 minutes remaining.
I've had that soundbite on my live split for gold splits for like the last 10 years.
It's so good. That's an excellent usage of it. They just put so much crap in your way on this course too. Like,
Yeah, this section that Goof is in is just, it's so impossible to see, especially on N64.
yeah.
And like you really have to have everything muscle memory on that whole section there. So you don't need to see. How much time do we have left?
Yeah, 1 minute remaining. 1 minute.
Okay, final lap for Goof. Cross the line. And takes a death. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I hate to see that. Firebroth with a 240.28 looking like their best posting.
I feel like it's just inevitable that you're going to take a crash on this one, so it's probably not a super big deal, but trying to avoid multiple crashes is it's tricky. We got Goof posting a time of 1:37 or 1:31:07, and Adept posting a 1:33:72.
And Domi is done as well.
That is gonna do it for that track.
And Domi has been dominating all day, but especially so in this with him almost over 10-second lead.
Yeah, 12-second lead.
Yep. As a 119.15 for Domi, bringing 10 points to them. Goof getting a 131.07, giving them second place. Adept with a 133.72. And Firebroth bringing it in with a 240.28.
Actually, pretty close between Adept and Goof. Could have snuck in there and stolen second place.
Yeah.
But, all right, so
Pod has been chosen.
it is Arc Bumpy Rose.
Let's go. Arc Bumpy Rose. The legend themselves, known by Bumpy. They are a
You're just
knucknog.
pulling this out of your mind palace, right? I heard some clicks. You
Out
were
of the
just
mind,
accessing.
the clicks were to bring up the OBS and switching scenes. I got a lot that I'm doing.
Right.
But yeah, everyone knows our favorite knucknog from the planet Sump. Come on,
Oh, they did it. Abyss. Abyss is up
Abyss.
next
Oh my goodness.
with Arc Bumpy Rose.
Fireball says, if I'm gonna get last place, you're all gonna suffer with me.
You're gonna go with me down the drain. Let's go.
This is a 10-minuter.
All right.
So let's put that. Let's get that prediction up real quick. Oh, I have to do it on the other. I figured out I can't. I can't do the prediction. Oh no. Let's see if it'll let me do this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Done and dusted. Alright. Now we're going to set up the next prediction. Penultimate race here. 10-minute.
I think, to be honest, I think Doe's locked up the championship. I don't think
I think
there's physically, mathematically a way for Goof to pass them.
I don't think so. The most points that Goof can get here would be 60. With 2 wins in the next 2 races. So we will go ahead and say GG to Doe for taking first place, but we'll still see if we still want to see the final outcome with everyone else. Second place is still up for grabs.
All right, they should be off. Oh. Dom already fell onto the bottom track. So this is the track where you need to stay up top. Ooh, and they tried to do a nice wall ride back up top, but that wasn't going to work. The only fast way around this track is on top.
Oh yeah, this is a very tough track to navigate. Very easy to fly off, just like Doe just did there. Not a lot of protections on this course.
I mean, considering Fire picked this track, and Fire is the one on N64, it's a bold choice. It's incredibly difficult to stay on top on N64 for me. I have to go so slow, and the computer is like rushing all around you, and you can take other shortcuts to pass them back up later, but like, this is one of those games to where if the computer gets out in front of you, it's impossible to catch back up to them.
Yeah.
It seems like Doe is he's content to just fall off the bottom, and he's trying to fall to the bottom, but he's trying to do a trick to get back up top, but his pod keeps breaking. He did good there. Stayed up on there.
Looked like they were gonna crash.
Ooh, took an even sharper shortcut there.
Ooh.
Yeah, takes that shortcut. Very nice. Which you can only do if you stay up top.
No.
You always gotta stay on top.
Oh no!
Oh no! Has he crossed the line? He
Did
did
not.
not cross the line. Oof.
Still posting a 58-24. Yep, fell down, so they're restarting.
Ooh, nice save by Goof. Intentional? I don't know, but
Nice either way.
you know, I think they're gonna post a good time here.
It's pretty
Nice.
good.
Is that a 53? Hard for me to see.
Look like it.
Look like a 53. They might be able to steal one here. Just
Still a lot of race left. Got about 6 minutes left.
that's all you ever do. When you get beat so many times, all you want is to just get one game back, right? Like you never want a big shutout.
Right.
You never want to be swept. You don't want to be perfect by the computer in like Mortal Kombat or something. Just let me get one hit in on them.
Just give me one.
Goof might have it here.
It's a 54 from Domi. Restarting again. But so far nobody has posted in chat. So nobody's satisfied with their lap yet. It's a 55 from
55. And this is a no skips run too, so I'm sure if you were doing skips, there's probably some super easy way to post some like 12-second lap on this track. I know this planet's tracks have some like crazy like wall climb, out of bounds, like 0-second lap times that you can post.
Yeah, it's on account of all the remnants of the Tabana gas mining operation that took place on this planet before the Battle of Naboo.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it helps with glitches. Nice little trick there to get back up top from Domi.
Yeah, I need to learn how to do that.
Adept posting officially a 58.44. Domi having a really clean lap this time. I hope I didn't curse them. I cursed them. But they got a... Is that a 50?
I didn't see it.
Oh, it's so hard to see. Got 3 minutes left. Just under.
So kind of bumpy trivia do you got? You got some Bumpy facts. Is he
Oh.
like some former senator from planet Yuzkaban or something?
Planet use kebab. We talked about it. He's the famous Nucknog from Sump. He
He's famous for what? Just pod racing?
that's all he's done. Like,
Pod racing seems like a very low life expectancy sport.
well,
It
yeah.
seems like you. It's very difficult to become famous pod racer. Maybe he's better than I think he is.
Well, I mean, I think everyone knows this. First off, Doe with a 50.27. Holy moly. That is a time. 2 minutes remaining. After pod racing, though, Bumpy actually was on the same transport that Obi-Wan was on with baby Luke Skywalker as he went to Tatooine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And per their conversation,
They spoke, even. They had conversation.
well, no.
Oh.
Bumpy was talking to this Doug that was on the ship too.
Not named Spoba.
No. This Doug's name was actually Ben, and that's where Obi-Wan got the name, got the idea of adopting Ben as his alias.
Oh, okay.
Fun
So
fact?
there's a Spoba out there named Ben.
Doug, but yeah.
Or a Doug named Ben.
Yeah.
Sorry. Good.
Yeah. He's also mad paranoid for some reason. Thought that Anakin Skywalker was out to kill him. So maybe that's why he went into hiding too.
Did he? You're talking about Ben or Bumpy?
Bumpy.
Bumpy. Okay. Did Bumpy like mistreat Anakin on the pod race circuit?
They just had like a rivalry.
Okay.
Because one of Anakin's very early so he almost beat Bumpy, and to lose to a human in pod racing, that's a huge embarrassment.
It would be embarrassing.
Yeah, everyone was laughing at them. That's gonna do it for this race. We only had one post so far from Domi. Everyone's gonna check their times. Nobody was happy with their times that they posted.
It might have been the worst combo ever.
That's a rough combo. Ben funny, Doug's ancient relative.
It's actually Larry now. Nice.
Abyss. An abysmal race. We're trying to get some posts from our racers. I don't know if anyone's gonna post.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that Goof has at least a 53.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw 53 there at some point. Alright.
I'll put I saw a 53. I'm gonna put a 53XX for them. And which is significantly faster than it'll lock them into second place.
Depth had a 58.44. Domi with a 50.27. We're gonna give 53.xx for Goof. just getting confirmation of a final time from Firebro. Nobody else bet that round. So I bet 250,000, but I only got 600 back.
But if we all bet the same, how do we win?
Yeah.
All right.
53.95
Last
from
race.
Goof.
All right. There we go.
Confirmation. So this will be the last race here. The final.
Elon Mack.
Elon Mack.
I think the Bunta Classic is off the table, isn't it?
I think so, unfortunately. That would have been a good closer.
Ando Prime Centurium. Centrum? Centrum.
Centrum. One of my other favorites. I love Endo Prime.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of our racers didn't have all the tracks unlocked, and so Bunta was off the table, so to make it fair.
Yeah.
How much time do we have left overall here?
About 20 minutes, so we can do the...
So we give them a 15?
Yeah, if they want it. They seem to be only wanting the 10.
All right, 10 it is.
10 it is. Predictions up. Put your money where your mouth is, everyone. Let's switch back to the game feed.
Change your mind.
I like Elon has some pretty poor stats. Fully upgraded.
It's no way to talk about the famous Flugrian pod
Flugrian?
racer from Plu 4. Listen, that is the son of crime lord Borzu Nail. You have some respect.
Oh, dude.
'Cause
Yeah, I better keep it shut, otherwise they'll come after me.
you're just-
Send
Also,
bounty hunter
did
after
you
me.
know
Probably
that
not. Go
Elon
on.
Musk is not their real name? That's an alias. Their name
course.
is Cam Nail.
I mean, they are the son of a famous crime lord. I
Yeah.
don't know if you'd want to race under your given illegal name.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, Aldar Beto, you know Aldar
I know-
Beto, right?
I know Aldorbido, yeah.
Yeah, the Glyphid Hitman. Murdered
What?
Borzu Nail. Yeah, and that's how Cam, aka Elon Musk, got his money and inheritance to get the Kurtab KRT 410C.
Fulfilling the lifelong dream of being a pod racer, huh?
And that's it.
Nice. Inheritance is always good, especially when it's drug money. Legalize those death sticks. That's what I heard yesterday.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Okay, Goof's speed froze a little bit there, but we're good.
We don't need to bring that guy into this conversation. He'd be lucky if he had a cyberpod.
Oh god, I saw one of those out in the world yesterday.
He saw one in the wild
Oh
and
my
it was
God.
working.
Uh-huh.
It didn't get wet.
It did rain late in the night, so it's probably like rusted and destroyed on the side of the road in Orange County somewhere now.
Inoperable. Circuits fried. Nice.
They're so ugly.
They are terrible.
Pictures don't even do it justice. Like seeing it, it's like a glitch in the Matrix seeing it in the wild because you're like, why is this PlayStation truck driving in real life? It gave me the same feeling as like Uncanny Valley, you know, like just something was wrong about it.
Right.
We got a 5272 from Goofbrush. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the cosmetic overpass. You just float through.
Right. I kept noticing that. I'm like, can you just glitch right through there? No big deal.
No big deal at all.
I mean, knowing the developers, they probably put like collision boxes or like the height of the pod.
Yeah.
Because, you know, why program more than you need to? And so they just fly right over it and right through it. Perhaps something we could learn later today.
Andor Prime, controlled by the Hutts, specifically the Hutt clan that Jabba the Hutt was part of.
Okay.
Don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that, no.
Yeah, it's in the Ando system, part of the Lambda sector.
I did know about the Ando system, yeah.
Yeah. Third planet also.
Ando has been brought up, I feel like, a few times.
Yeah, very
Different
famous
Star Wars
system.
stuff. I mean, think of all the Star Wars trivia you missed out on last night. You could have just raked in the dough.
I just, you know, I'm an encyclopedia up there. You know, I can't make room for other stuff, but all this Star Wars lore.
Every time I learn something new, I push something old out.
That's why I refuse to learn anything new. I don't want to lose all this great Star Wars lore.
Jabba was a great quarterback in his youth.
Yeah, Jabba the Hutt. We'll be seeing Shema out. Firebroth with a 145.51 as their top lap. Oh, I'm sorry, 150.07. No, they got a 145.
No.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
a
they got a
145.
1, 4, 5. What'd you say? 5, 7?
5.7, yeah.
Yeah.
$52.03 from Domi. Just barely beating out Goof. If Goof
I
could have
know.
a tight-
Goof's trying to sneak one out again.
You know what? I'm putting some money on you, Goof. 30,000.
Woo! You spend a lot of time on this channel.
Someone who has it open during every marathon. 1.2 million channel points, friends. Did you know that there is a maximum amount of 250,000 that you could bet on these things?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Fun fact we learned today, not from StarWars.fandom.com.
Just a couple minutes left, right?
Yep. Should be finishing this up in about 2 minutes. That's it, Miz? You're not tuning in enough. Yeah, I probably left it a little too long. Got 1
It's
minute left.
when it's a little obvious after we've posted all of the times.
Yeah. Should have kept them secret. Can I end it now? Domi.
Right. Goof is on a flyer. Here we go.
Yep. Domi has stopped, so we're gonna pull Goof's audio. Maybe that was the issue the whole time. Domi had an
Cutting
audio.
that corner. I don't know. This tunnel didn't go so well.
Not getting any sound from Goof.
Oh,
We'll
that's
dig it.
gonna have to do it for them.
Alright.
Hard thing about racing, you gotta drive slow to race fast.
Yep.
You push too hard, you overdrive and hit marks you're not supposed to. Throws off your entire line.
I'll let Adept finish out here. But this is looking like it was Domi's race.
I think they're done. They're
Looks
not
like
pushing
maybe.
hard.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright,
Let's
final points.
stop that noise. Alright. So the final results are Domi dominating the whole day through. Getting 8 first place finishes, 80 points. Final race was a 52.03. Goof just barely missing the first place in that last round with a 52.72. They get 8 points, 64 for them for the day. Third place to Adept with a 54.72, giving them third and sixth place. Total of 48. And Firebroth with a last place finish, 142.43. Taking in 40 points on the day. Congratulations. Be sure to give all of our racers a follow. We'll do some quick shout outs while we get set up for the next race.
Yeah, so next on the schedule is what do we got? Oh yeah, we got Lego Star Wars, the complete saga.
Yeah.
We've got a race between Saber and Jablaki. I pronounce that right?
I think so.
Terrible at reading screen names. But yeah, look forward to that. Lego Star Wars games are very popular.
Yes. So don't go anywhere. A lot more Kessel Run coming up on this final day. Revenge of the Fifth. And thank you to BMAC, not only for organizing, but for putting up with my nonsense for the last 2.5 hours. And joining me on co-commentary.
I learned so much. Things I never knew.
That's what we're here for. Alright, stay tuned. We'll be back. More Star Wars.